Hey everybody, Ancestral Wisdom back at you from the workshop. Today we are going to be building a set of bellows. This is something I have wanted to do for a long time. I'm super excited about it. We're going to be referencing this book. It's an old Reader's Digest book from the 1980s, Back to Basics. How to learn and enjoy traditional American skills. Okay, right here on this page it tells us the basic materials for a good-looking bellows are a 3-foot length of 1/2 by 8-inch white pine and a few square feet of supple leather such as split cowhide. For a nozzle, use 3/8-inch copper tubing or an old garden hose nozzle. We're going to use this old air nozzle. I got it on a tool. It was the wrong, this is the wrong type of fitting for my air tools, so this should work perfect for the bellows. Great thing about it is we get to repurpose something, so it doesn't get thrown away. We get to finally use this thing that I've been hanging on to because I knew I'd have a use for it one of these days. So the natural place for me to start out on this is to take the stihl out to the wood yard, select a piece of wood, and get cracking. Okay, we're out at the wood yard. It's not white pine, but it's definitely pine, and that's for sure 3 feet long. So let's start cutting her up. Okay, we've got our first cut done. That's what we're going to base all of our measurements off of. You can see my little tick mark right here. That's my 3-foot mark. You can also see that the log is a little bit longer than that, and that's just so I have room to play with just in case something goes wrong. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to be cutting slabs out of this. So the first one we're going to do is a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to do a 1 inch. I'll start by making tick marks on this with my saw as well, just the same way I marked the 3-foot mark. Okay, we've got it marked. Now we're going to cut that slab. Okay, there's our first slab. The second one that we're going to cut, we need to account for this piece here because that's what your hinge attaches to. Now, like I said, we're using this book for a reference because there isn't any dimensions on there. We're just gonna work with it. We're gonna figure it out. So we need to make a piece that's shaped like that. So it'll be 1 inch wide for, we'll go 8 inches, and then the rest of the way will be 1/2 inch. Okay, cool. We got our second slab here, and you can only get them so straight with a chainsaw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it down with, remember this bad boy? I'm gonna bring it down with this. Okay, that's not perfect, but it's a lot better. Well, that seems to be taking a while. Let's try something different. There, that wasn't too bad. Now we can finish it up with the other tool. Okay, we got our one slab. Let's throw the other one on top. Okay, we got our two slabs on top of each other. Now we'll just cut this end over here square so it'll sit down inside of there. Yeah, we'll come back and refine some of that here later after we get the shape cut out. Okay, we've got some layout done here. I would have showed you, but my phone went dead. Show you what we're looking at here. Here's the handle portion going into the paddle down to the end where that hinge is going to be. When you're working with a slab of wood, it's not always going to be perfect. Your center might be a little bit different, so you can see what I had to do over here. This comes in like this, so I had to move the whole center. That's why I have a blue line and a pencil line, is because the pencil line was my original, and then I had to shift everything over about a ½ inch so I could come up with this. So now the handle is going to go from 1.5 inches down here. This is 10 inches, and it tapers from 2 inches down to 1.5 inches. And then here, this is where the actual bellows will be attached to. This is 7 inches. This is 3.5, and then it tapers down to 2. And you can see I just continued that center line all the way down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the two pieces together. I'm just going to screw them together temporarily so that I can cut them to where they're identical. Okay, we got our two pieces attached together, and now we're going to scroll saw them. All right, we got it all roughed out here. Now we just need to take the two pieces apart and make them fit together a little bit better. You can see my gap there. It doesn't absolutely have to be flat, but it'll just look a lot better if it is. So I'll try to get that shaved down on that side and make that the right thickness on that side. Pretty hard to do just with a chainsaw, so bear with me. We'll get it right. That's about all I could do for the day. We're going to wrap it up. We'll make this a part 1, and we'll come back with part 2 as soon as we can. We hope to see you guys again, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.